Hello to one and all. Welcome to Edupedia World. My name is Megha, and today I would be taking the session on human resource management. I would be giving you a brief introduction to the subject. Now, as most of you are aware, companies have a human resource department, also known as HR. But what exactly do HR do? And do they provide any real value to the organization? The common response to the second question is no. Often reviewed as an administrative department that tracks vacation days, sick leaves, and takes care of payroll. HR seems to get little to no respect, especially when compared to some of the other functional heavyweights, like marketing, operations, or finance. So before I make my case on why HR is one of, if not the most important departments in the organization, let's start by first defining what does human resource management mean. Human resources management is the process of acquiring, training, appraising, and compensating employees, and of attending to their labor relations, health and safety, and fairness concerns. So what do human resource professionals do? Working in a human resources appeals to those with excellent people skills and a strong interest in how an organization works. HR handles a wide range of issues from staff to management. They start search for interested recruits. Recruiting is a huge part of making great teams. From their experience, HR find the best person for the job. HR is very important in the company's overall vital structure. They make sure that people match the company's purpose. Human resources do much more than find stars for the team. They provide expert advice to managers on how they can improve the team's performance. And they also suggest training options to maximize staff potential. They ensure in providing both personal and professional development. They also monitor staff well-being, looking after safety and health needs. And of course, importantly, they make sure salaries are paid on time. They ensure people get paid fairly. And also, when jobs change, so does the pay. Keeping capable staff saves time and money in the long run. So HR managers play a big part in staff retention. In a big company, helping people along a successful career path is part of their responsibility. HR managers are also facilitators. They help business by facilitating change. They also act as intermediaries. Both sides need HR when differences arise, whether it is between two co-workers or a manager and a subordinate. Now, why is the HR department so important? Right? Let's understand that first. Human capital value. Having an in-house human resources function is very important. They help to search for qualified job applicants and ensure that the right people are hired to do the job. For small businesses in particular, human capital is critical because so many smaller firms have employees who perform cross-functional duties. With a smaller workforce, if just one person leaves, it leaves the company with a huge gap to fill. And this can threaten the company's profitability. Human resources curb excessive spending. This includes trimming workforce management costs, negotiating better rates for benefits, such as healthcare coverage. In addition to this, they also ensure competitive and realistic salary setting based on studying the employment trends and salary analysis based on job functions. Now, in a workplace, conflict is inevitable. Given the diversity of personalities, work styles, backgrounds, and so on, a human resource manager or staff trained to handle employee relations can identify and resolve conflict between two employees or manager and employee and restore positive working relationships. Human resources also conduct assessment needs for organizations' current workforce. This helps them determine the type of skills training and employee development necessary for improving skills and qualifications. Training a resource is much less expensive than the cost to hire an additional staff or more qualified candidates. It is also a strategy that can reduce turnover and improve employee retention. Employee satisfaction. Now, human resource specialists usually are charged with the responsibility of employee satisfaction. This is done through carefully designed surveys, focus groups, and exit interview strategy. HR determines what underlies employee dissatisfaction and addresses those issues to motivate employees. The cost to hire a new or replacement worker includes training and ramp-up time. Now, this is what I had discussed during the training and development point, where I said it was much less expensive to train a resource than to hire a new one. And that is because it includes training and ramp-up time, and this can be exorbitant for employers, especially small businesses. With a well-constructed recruitment and selection process, HR can minimize these expenses. Expenses regarding advertising job postings, training new employees, and enrolling new employees in benefit plans. Human resource develops performance management systems. Without an HR person to construct a plan and measure performance, employees can wind up in jobs that aren't suitable for their skills and expertise. And what happens is employees whose performance falls below the employer's satisfaction can continue on the payroll, thereby creating wasted money on low-performing employees. Through succession planning, which the HR develops, the company identifies employees that are promising and have the capabilities and requisites to eventually transition into leadership roles. This is an important function as it can guarantee the organization's stability and future success. Now, coming to the last point, which is corporate image, which is very important because most of us would love to work in a company that is branded as the employer of choice, right? So business want to be known as the employer of choice. Employers of choice are the companies that receive recognition for the way they treat employees. These are the companies that people want to work for. Being an employer of choice means being able to recruit and select the most qualified applicants and also retaining the most talented employees. Now, coming to a human resource manager's duties. In providing the specialized assistance, the human resource manager carries out three distinct functions. A line function. A human resource manager directs the activities of people in his or her department and perhaps in related areas, right? Like probably, when it comes to the cafeteria in the company, right? A coordinative function. The human resource manager coordinates personal activities, a duty often referred to as a functional authority. Here, he or she ensures that line managers are implementing the firm's human resources policies and practices. So, for example, sexual harassment policies, right? The human resource managers, they make sure that the other managers within departments are adhering to these policies. Staff functions. Here, assisting and advising line managers in the heart of the human resource manager's job. He or she advises the CEO so the CEO can better understand the personal aspects of the company's strategic options. They also assist in hiring, training, evaluating, rewarding, counseling, promoting, and firing employees. It administers various benefit programs like health and accident insurance, vacation plans, retirement plans, and so on. It also helps line managers comply with equal employment and occupational safety laws and plays an important role in handling grievances and labor relations. They carry out an innovator role by providing up-to-date information on current trends and new methods for better utilizing the company's employees. They also play an employee advocacy role by representing the interest of employees within the framework of its primary obligation to senior management. So, before I go ahead, I would want to discuss the difference between line management versus staff management. Right? If you just look at the figure, the dotted line represents staff authority, whereas the solid lines represent line authority. Now, if you see where the solid lines lead to, it is either from a president to a legal advisor, or the president to the various vice presidents, or from vice presidents to the supervisors or the department heads. So, that is basically an authority where one is required to follow the order. So if someone has line authority, he or she is allowed to give an order to the person that reports to him. Whereas a staff authority is basically an advisory role, an assisting or advisory role, right? So although human resource managers generally can't wield this line authority, except maybe within their own departments, they are likely to exert implied authority. Now, what does this mean? This means that this is because line managers know that human resource managers have top management's ear in areas like testing and affirmative action. So, in a way, line managers adhere to the policies, adhere to the practices that are set out by human resource managers, because at the end of the day, they are working towards the development of the overall company. Moving on, human resource management specialities, right? And now these are emerging trends, emerging jobs within the human resource management. We would be discussing more on the trends of human resource management in the next chapter, and you would see how human resource management has evolved over the years and over the centuries. Now coming to the first specialty, which is the employee recruitment specialists. They're also known as recruiters. Right? These specialists recruit and place workers. They may travel to job fairs and college campuses to find promising job applicants. They may also screen, interview, and test applicants, and may check references and extend job offers. Employee welfare officers. They're also known as managers of work and family programs or work-life managers. Now, these HR professionals oversee programs to enhance employee safety and wellness and improve work-life balance. They may manage occupational safety and health standards and practices, health and physical fitness plans, medical examinations, flex time programs, food service and recreational activities, child care and elder care programs, and counseling services. Now, those of you who are thinking of compensation managers, these HR workers develop, implement, and administer a company's rewards and benefits policies, including salaries, bonuses, pensions, life insurance, and sometimes medical insurance packages. Training specialists. Now, these HR specialists conduct and supervise training and development programs for employees. This specialty is now splintering into even more specialized human resource jobs today, such as an organizational development consultant and training and development manager. In general, a training and development specialist will work with training managers and employee supervisors to develop performance improvement measures, conduct orientation sessions, and arrange on the job training to help employees maintain and improve their job skills. A human resource information system analysts are professionals basically who coordinate, communicate, and implement changes to the HR information systems. They can also move up to positions of HRIS managers, HR managers, and senior business analysts. Labor relations specialists advise management on all aspects of union management relations. They ensure that labor disputes and grievances are minimized by developing and maintaining effective and proactive procedures. They facilitate the fair application of workplace policies and labor legislations. I'd like to end this session and thank you for listening in. And I hope you enjoyed this session. Stay tuned for more. My next session would be focusing on the trends shaping the human resource management.